What is up? What's up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic. This is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Cyclone. I'm Mark with the Mic, joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
We got a lot of wrestling this week because we have two pay-per-views within between each other, and then we have the weekend wrestling.
Yes, sir. Holla if you hear me. Big Papa Pump is early.
Yeah, he was excited. Oh man, I was watching the up down down with the Uno games they play because they're hilarious. It's Cesaro, Adam Cole, Breeze, and Xavier Woods, and they're playing Uno and shit. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about their old AOL nicknames or names that they used, and Breeze was little Papa Pump.
Excuse me? Wow, what a name! All right.
He was little Papa Pump.
Didn't come find him. Like, what happened?
That's just popping in my head. Like, that was actually very funny.
That's hilarious. And
he was like, Adam Cole was head shaved bald in high school. Like, he was such a awesome mark.
See, now that's how I saw the video you're talking about. Because I had that as a thumbnail.
Yeah, they were talking about that. They were talking about like how he was he shaved his head bald because of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. He said the last 3 years of high school, completely shaved.
Wow. That's a commitment, man.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Definitely check them out. Up, down, down. He's doing a lot of content on there, so definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
In-home content.
Do it.
So this week we have our review of NXT In Your House. We have our weekend wrestling like we usually do, the podcast we listen to, and we'll start off with NXT, the takeover in your house, because that was the first thing that happened this week.
Yeah, Sunday, was it last Sunday? Yeah. The 7th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I actually really loved the set.
Now, is that something they did to do a throwback to the original?
Yeah, because if you look at the original set, they kind of it was kind of very similar to that.
Okay. Did they use it in any way like they did this year?
Yeah, they broke in the windows and things like that.
Okay. All right. Did they make a toy set of that or no?
Not like recent, not like they had back in the day, I think.
Okay.
But
that's actually really cool. You think about that?
Yeah.
Oh, throw you through the window of the In Your House set.
Yeah. But yeah, WWE In Your House. Yeah. But right now you can actually make toys of that too.
What do you mean? From what?
Like and they can make a brand new set of In Your House.
Oh yeah, you talking about WWE?
Yeah.
Get on that.
Get on that. Yeah. They just did the War Games toy.
So they have a full set dedicated to the War Games pay-per-view?
Yeah, like the 2 rings with the cage and shit.
Wow. And it has the white ropes for NXT and everything?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Talking about that, yeah. It had that. That was actually pretty cool. And then they just released that with the Elite 76 that I was just telling you about. I'll talk about that later. Let's get into this pay-per-view. Pay-per-view was good. Like, it was, for the most part, I enjoyed the pay-per-view, but there was like just little nitpicks that I kind of got, especially in the second and third match, and it was more on the referee than the talent.
Mm-hmm.
But there was things that kind of annoyed me. But other than that, so our first match is Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Tegan Nox. They defeat Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez.
So what you think?
I thought it was a fun match. I think they did what they could do. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on. I enjoyed it for the most part, though. Like, it wasn't a bad match at all for anything.
I'm glad nobody almost killed themselves this match.
Yeah.
Thankfully. Although I do question Tegan Nox's front flip into a crowd of women. That takes some balls.
Yeah.
Or ovaries, or the equivalent thereof. It was actually a pretty fun match. I think these 6 Because yeah, that's 6 women.
Yeah.
And these 6 actually, this is like the class of NXT for the women's division right now. Actually, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, with Io and Rhea. Yeah.
With minus the other 2, yeah.
I'm
This is
waiting
all
for
of
like a Rhea and Rachel Gonzalez match.
Hey, I'm just saying, Dakota Kai's out there pointing fingers at the camera like she's putting you on notice.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, like, it would be like the clash of the giant ladies, the Amazons.
I mean, listen, if she step on the wrong toes, you know, she might slap upside the head. You never know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Fun match though. I think they did a good job for what they could do. It was nothing like storyline ish. I think after this match, Shanti and Tegan Nox got a title shot for the tag team titles. So I guess something came out of it. So I'll give it a.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I give it a 3.75. I actually liked the match.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. It was actually a really fun way to start off the pay-per-view. It was more funny than I thought it was. More fun, not funny, but more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
You know, because things like that could break down to just a mess.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm actually really happy that all 6 of them have such good chemistry. So
yeah,
it was good.
Our next match is Finn Balor. He defeats Damian Priest. I think this was my match of the night of the show. That bump, I felt that shit. Like my back hurt for Damian Priest. Like I was like,
oh man,
shit. That sound that was not a good sound. It was like a thump.
I mean, at least you know. You could tell there was some thought into the placement of things because he didn't fall on his head. Thank goodness. You know what I'm saying?
He fell on the lower back. I would have rather took that on my top of my back than my lower back.
Yeah, I was just saying because you know what, his frame is so long that it's kind of hard to get it in a specific area. At least he got it somewhere relatively safe.
Yeah,
and not on his neck. So
this is where my little like gripe with this show starts, and this is not just NXT. This is goes to AEW that does this shit a lot too. This goes to a lot of indie wrestling shows that do it a lot, and it kind of annoys me. The referee does a 10 count. When you're outside the ring, they're supposed to count. Why are the referees getting out the ring and trying to get the people back in the ring?
Yeah, I don't get that.
That shit pisses me off.
This is true.
Like
because I thought the only time the ref could actually do that was when they thought you were hurt for a story and or real reasons. It was like, okay, if the ref sees you're down and not getting up, and it feels worry. I think there's been times when it's been a part of the show with call the so and so, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I could definitely, and I know exactly what point in the match you're talking about.
Yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, just. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, like you're trying to get the guys in the match. You want to know how you got the guys in the match? Count.
That's it.
They want the win off of each other. They're not going to let the win just go. They want to win. So you do the count, they'll rush back into the ring.
And also, again, they can't do that even if that's what they're, if they're told to do, they have to find a better solution to whatever that moment is supposed to be during the match.
Yeah.
You can't just do. Like, it's a double standard thing. It's a lot. Remember, it was a few years ago when people just called WWE refs bullshit because that pay-per-views kept having messed up endings and shit.
Yeah,
it was like that whole John Cole thing. Like, and then they turned into a storyline. I'm like, come on, just fix your shit.
Yeah. So, and that happened in a couple matches. This is not the only match, but it kind of bothered me because it was just like, all right. Like, you would have had more impact, like, if they both couldn't get in the ring, and then you have that whole, like, them going in at 9 together and shit, and they have to keep going. And yet, you bring drama into that. The count-out is an important thing. This is why it's there. So, that was my only gripe with it. Other than that, this was my better match of the night. Like, I really enjoyed them two going at it. I think they had good chemistry in this ring. So, I give it a 4.5.
I'd say it's my match of the night as well. I mean, I really liked Keith Lee and Gargano. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would give this my match of the night. I don't really have any issues with the match. Like, I just was that the spot with the supposed razor's edge to the outside.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay. So I know there's gonna be a creative way for this young man not to kill Finn Balor right now.
Or is
How
he actually gonna kill him?
How are they gonna do this? And so I was pleasantly surprised with the solution for it. So like I thought that was actually a really cool way to mix it up. It's kind of like I call this. I know this is not exclusive to Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
But I always call this my Kevin Owens Tower of Chairs.
Yeah.
If you set up the chairs,
yeah,
you're going through the chairs.
Yeah.
So, like, I know the deal already.
Like,
so,
there's placement for it for a reason.
Yes, exactly. I'm just glad he was accurate because, like, his frame is so long, he could have easily just like hit his head on the ground.
Yeah, but I think he was supposed to hit like center back, but that lower back, I felt that shit. I was like. Like I don't feel like I could walk today. That shit hurt.
But anyway, like it was a great way to turn the tides in the match.
Yeah,
because Finn Balor was getting his ass whooped. The only thing, here's my main issue with the match. Actually, was Damian Priest being an actual martial artist has immaculate kicks, and so when he kicks Finn Balor in the head and he just gets up, it kind of bugs me. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean? That pisses me off just a little bit. Like you have to. That's kind of my thing about changing things up for the. I don't even want to say realism. It's just to tell a better story in the ring, and maybe preserve one of those kicks to be like that. Used to be a finisher for him. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
Like when he first started, he would do that kick and it'd be over.
Yeah.
And it's just like he has such perfect form, like he just catches him right behind the neck. Like it's so. How can you just take 3 of those during a match and be fine? Like,
I get that. I understand that as well. It's like, I've seen you take people out with this fucking kick.
But see, who do I blame for that?
Because and he's not the demon either.
Balor, no, because who do I blame for that? Because Finn Balor doesn't do that move wise. He doesn't have his. Remember, he has the variation on what people would call the WWE. Oh yeah, he's got 5 moves of doom or whatever.
Yeah.
So you know how when he's evil Balor, he has a whole completely different moveset.
Yeah.
But Finn Balor, the character, does not just waste moves. But I have to shift some blame on him because you should know that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This 6'7" man spin kicking you perfectly in your head. You can't just get up.
Yeah, that was the thing too. Like he's 6. Like I feel like that's another problem with Damian Priest. They don't treat him like he's 6'7".
Yeah.
He's considered like the same weight as Finn Balor. They don't like give him that power edge over people. And he's like the same body type as Baron Corbin. If you really think about it, like him and Baron Corbin are very similar in style too, because they both have a lot of speed.
Gotcha.
So I agree with that. I 100% agree with that because again, you want to be kind of like just, and then also start selling Priest as a big man because he's taller than most of the fucking people there.
You're right.
Like you do it with Keith Lee.
Here's the other thing is that he's the inheritor to the legacy of the Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
He never gets to use it.
Oh, he ain't using it. They don't know the Razor's Edge.
I know I know it's dangerous. Is it that they just don't want it to become banned? So they're like, hey,
no, they don't do it at all because Sheamus started it with the Razor's Edge and they cut that off of him.
But like, it's not officially banned. It's just they don't want there's moves that.
Nah, it is banned. It's been banned for a while.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. Like, is it on a list or is it just, hey man, we don't want to do it because we don't want it to get on that list?
I think he could do it like how Ibushi does it as like a sit down powerbomb.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a Razor's Edge, I don't think he could do it.
Yeah. I get you.
Because it makes you have very little to land on from your neck to your head.
Yeah, it's basically just, hey, I hope you survive.
Yeah, and then Sheamus used to do it. Sheamus' finisher was doing it, and when he first started was they Razor's Edge, and then I think he took out somebody, and they were like, nah, chill out.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Next match is the North American Championship match. Keith Lee defeating Johnny Gargano. I think I will tie this with the Finn Balor match because I just like the storyline, the story they told. My issues with the match is the same thing that happened in this match, as the referees outside the fucking ring.
You're right. You're right.
In a championship match, why are you outside the ring? The wrestlers should know common sense. You need to pin or submission the person to get the belt. So they rush their ass back in the ring. Your rule is to fucking count. So if they're both out the ring, start counting. That's the way you get people in. It's like the corner. Like if you're fucking choking someone in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, they get off.
Yes. Yeah.
Start like implying the referee, because and the thing is, WWE is very strict with the rules as a referee, but then now little by little they've been loosening the things up, and that's kind of bothering me in that sense. Like there is a structure we have for wrestling, and those are rules that we've been implied to have for many years, and you're just like, okay, let me go check out. Come in the ring. Oh, shut the fuck up and count.
Yeah. Exactly. It's more egregious, I guess you could say, is when it doesn't have a good reason.
Yeah.
As in, like, he's checking on the safety of the person. Like, he's just, hey, you guys get like that. No, what are you? Somebody's dad? Get back in the ring and count, asshole.
Exactly. Like there was no like reason for him to be out there. Like maybe him getting slammed into the door. Maybe that was hilarious. By the way,
this match was great though.
That was hilarious, by the way. But like, I love honestly for this match, I give it a lot of credit because it showed the size advantage. It showed the strength advantage. It showed the things that like Johnny Gargano couldn't do, and the way he had to catch him and things like that.
Yes, exactly.
There was so many things that they did in this ring that I give Gargano and Keith Lee credit because they worked that big man, small man mentality, which I kind of wish they did in the Finn Balor. Now I get why they didn't do it in a way, because then this one did the same thing. You would have had two matches very similar. But true. I also liked what they did. I thought this was a great match. I will tie this with the Finn Balor and Priest match because I liked the story that they told.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite of the story matches because the championship match didn't really do it for me. The Dream and Cole one.
Yeah, I have my issues with that one. We talk about this after this.
But this one, it had so much of the new Johnny personality in it. It's something to be said for Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano, is that those are two wrestlers where you could watch them once and you kind of know who they are.
Yeah.
The way they are, the way they're acting and stuff, depending, and to Gargano's credit, heel or face, you still get a vibe for who this guy is.
Yeah.
Because he'll have a way to have a personal moment during the match.
Yeah.
It'll either be this heroic babyface, he's almost crying in the ring, come back when he's good, or it'll be some really sneaky, almost slapstick type of stuff when he's bad. And
I'm actually like really liking heel Gargano a lot. Yeah. Like I'm very, very impressed lately. Like extremely impressed.
I like him and Candice LeRae. It's so much of the smaller things that I think is just really, really, really good about them. That's kind of why I like that women's match in the beginning so much, is that it also had a bunch of small character moments that I like. And just this match had that in spades, and them playing with the set, the freaking hill with the key.
Yeah.
The beginning, and it tied in. Come on, man.
Yeah. They did a good job with that.
Yeah, I give it a 4.5.
You know what? I'm gonna make this the match of the pay-per-view because I you know what, the little things they did to add into the story, like adding the key into it, them going to the front of the door and you see it through the door's perspective or what they were doing and shit.
It's hilarious. I don't want to point it out in such a negative light because of the current times, but when you see a giant black man walking up on Johnny Gargano, that shit looks hilarious, dude. Oh, they had to have known how funny it just looks.
Yeah. And I found it funny. He got the double slaps right in the front of the security camera and things like that. And They did a lot of things that I really enjoyed in this match, so I give them a lot of credit. So I'll give this one a 4.75.
All right.
It's close. It's close. It's probably the better match. I like the women's match too, the women's title match. So
yeah, me too.
Next match is the NXT Championship match in the backlot brawl, which my issues. Well, Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream for the NXT Championship. My issues with this match is there was no call for this. Like, there was no reason for this to be. Like, if you really think about the storyline of what they're doing, the biggest problem that Velveteen Dream has against Cole is the fucking Undisputed Era. They keep getting in the way. What will prevent them from getting in the way? Oh, backyard brawl. What, so they could just drive up and get in the way?
Or be hiding in one of the many vehicles that's already parked.
Yeah, so that was my issue from the get. Like, why is this? Like, I will understand. This match, 100%, should have been like a cage or a Hell in a Cell.
You know what I thought it was going to be? I thought this was going to be the actual warehouse match.
A warehouse match?
Yeah, I thought he was going to get revenge because he kept bringing that up. The part where they jumped in the warehouse, he's like, and then they used the lot. Remember when they did that, the trucks for the production were there, so it looked a lot different, the space.
Yeah.
And so I get the significance of the spot, but I thought it was gonna be set up the way it was when they actually did it, so they wouldn't be brawling in production trucks and stuff. Because the thing I didn't like about it was just that it kind of seemed like they were allowed to go far, but for no real reason. Like, you're not gonna really hit each other with weapons and shit. Like, imagine Velveteen walks to a car, pulls out a tire iron, and hits him in the head. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of the stuff the fun stuff that you would see if this was more, where they had just stuff lying around, like fucking ladders and tables and things like that to make it like more fun. It's just like, it just seemed like a stretch.
Yeah, I feel like my biggest thing was I feel like it shouldn't have happened. Like, this is a match that I actually wanted to see them one-on-one. I wanted to see them actually have a wrestling match. This didn't need this at all. Like, it really did not.
Just been a cage, yeah.
Like, this is when you go too far and using the cinematic things. This should be a special thing, and it should have a story that builds upon this. This didn't make sense. Like, again, like, you're trying to separate guys from each other. You have a cage match or a Hell in a Cell. Keeps people out.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really, but it does better than.
Should have been a cage or in a warehouse. It should have been in a warehouse and nobody had the key.
Yeah.
The ref had the key. That's it.
Yeah, maybe like the Riddle and the Riddle and
Oh yeah.
This dude's match. It was like a fucking just a straight out like fight. You could have did something like that too. I would have took that as well.
Okay.
So I was disappointed with this. Like, I did the Velveteen Dream Negan shit was cool. It's a couple of years too late, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Cole with the monster truck, very Austin-ish.
I like the truck.
The separate words just made it look funny.
The who?
The Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
It was all separate, so some parts looked funny.
Oh, okay. Because they couldn't put Undisputed Era all together. I got you.
But other than that, like, you knew Roderick Strong and Fish was gonna get involved. Loomis fucking kidnapped them.
Well, I like that he traumatized Roddy.
Yeah.
And it went into this week. That was actually hilarious, man.
And he kidnapped them. That was funny.
No, I'm saying it led to the traumatization.
Yeah, because they sold the shit on Twitter too. Like, his wife was saying, like, if he's not home by this time, blah blah blah, I'm gonna find you and blah blah blah.
Let him out.
I was like, go ahead, find Dexter Loomis. I dare you. He probably lives in a freezer.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it.
He's the one house with a large freezer.
He's the guy that bought the abandoned meat market.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It would, you know what? Like, Dexter Loomis is reminding me of Heidenreich, which is not a good thing, but I like his character so far. Like, I'm digging it. His in the ring is getting better. Like, I see him like improving, and he's getting his style better. I'm digging it.
I've never actually seen him before he got here, so I don't know if this is the same dude. So I don't know.
Me either.
That'd be
I never really looked at him before this. So,
uh,
but yeah. So Dexter Loomis kidnaps Roddy and Fish, and then Velveteen Dream loses to Cole. And yeah, I was very disappointed with this. I give this I'll give it a 2.5. Like I was very disappointed with this.
yeah, I give it a 2.
Like
I wasn't very interested.
Yeah, I was just more for a fact that it wasn't called for. Like you really didn't need this.
But it wasn't interesting. You give me something and you make the best out of it, and it turns out to be something miraculously wonderful. That's okay.
Yeah,
but it just didn't turn out good for me.
Yeah, I agree. All right, and then we got Tommaso Ciampa versus Karrion Kross. That'll be the next match. I was fine with this.
Character. I thought it was cool for his character. I'll just say it. Just like, all right.
Yeah, like that was the most. Oh, cause Tommaso can't. Like he got offensive in. Like in the beginning of the match, he was like straight out offense. But this was a way to build Kross, and this is exactly how they're gonna build Kross. So I was all fine with this.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And then you had the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai defeats Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. I liked the match. It was a fun match. It was crazy shit going on. I'm just my biggest disappointment is way Io finished the match did not make sense on Rhea Ripley.
I would just say I'm glad she didn't land on her head.
She did?
No, she if you look back, she hit the back of her.
Oh, okay.
Like her head was up. It was supposed to. I mean, listen. Realistically, I don't know if she's supposed to be laying down or what, but I'm glad she didn't land on that girl's head. But I was just glad she won, dude.
I was happy she won, but she should have pinned Charlotte.
I was so happy. Yeah, but I can see that. But
just the fact that the backflip makes more sense on Charlotte, like the way her body is laid out compared to Rhea Ripley.
Well, she doesn't like Io. I mean, she doesn't like Rhea Ripley. That's why
she doesn't like Charlotte either.
No, she really doesn't like Rhea Ripley.
But
I guess that's what we learn. She really doesn't like. She made her choice.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be interesting if they actually made a story out of that. It was like, you chose to land on me.
Yeah. You chose to try to break my head.
Yeah, exactly.
The house, jumping off the house and landing on them was pretty cool.
Fucking dumb. That looked unnecessarily dangerous. You know how tall that is?
Yeah.
You really hope those two tall ass girls don't drop you. Oh, thank goodness she caught.
And thank God that Io Shirai only weighs like 100-something pounds. Like she's light, so them catching her and like it's easy.
Yes.
And that was the same thing I said when she landed on Rhea Ripley said. I was like, at least she's light. Like imagine like a Lacey Evans doing that.
Ooh wee. R.I.P.
Yeah, Lacey Evans is a big like she's a heavy girl like compared to Io. Io's like a feather.
Yeah, I'd rather have zero land on my head, but if I had to choose, I'd pick Io Shirai.
Yeah, I'll pick Io Shirai as well. Good pacing for the match. I do have my issues with Super Charlotte sometimes. The fact that she don't sell, she gets right back up, and she don't give.
I only like it when she's scrapping, but not to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's again, it's for the telling of the story.
Yeah.
That's the thing that throws you off sometimes.
Yeah, and I feel like there's times that she needs to really like, all right, you just got fucking nailed by a finisher.
Yeah, you got
give it like 5 seconds, 10 seconds to stay on the fucking floor before you start getting up.
Yes, yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's where the crowd kind of gets involved. Like you hear the people cheering or booing, things like that, and that's where you get your momentum from. But honestly, I will say like Io and Rhea Ripley would probably be getting the cheers.
Is it true?
In this match, but I give credit for where credit's due. Charlotte did good. The girls did a good job. It was a good main event. I was happy that they finished the show. Then NXT the NXT title. I would have taken Keith Lee and Gargano finishing up the show too.
Yeah.
I think they had one of the better stories throughout the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, like it was great.
Yeah, I think this match was. I'd give it a 4, solid 4.
Yeah,
like it wasn't. It wasn't the best 3-way. Yeah, I could see some of the Super Charlotte bits being a bit annoying, but like, My real problem was the house spot. It just looked dumb. You know how
Yeah,
I know how you don't like when you see girls set up for anybody. It's
yeah.
mostly the women that you always catch them. All right, well there they go setting up for something.
I feel the camera
Yeah, it's
has to
supposed to
like
not
chill
catch
out on
that.
that too.
But in that situation, it's like, well, there's only three of them.
You know what they could easily done, and they have done this before for like with the hardcore matches when someone was climbing high. They
Okay.
focus the cameras on them climbing up and seeing how far it is up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the cameras like they'll do the wide shot of them flying off. So you don't really see them set up. You just see them there.
I mean, what's funny is we didn't see Kevin Owens get up there. He was just up
Exactly. That's exactly how you do it. You just see the guy fly and you're like, "Oh shit."
That is still one of my favorite images from this year. Is Kevin Owens falling off of the WrestleMania side. That is 2020 in a nutshell, dude.
Yeah. Kevin Owens falling down.
But yes, this match was great though. I agree. It's just that bothers me.
Yeah. I had my little issues, but it was a good match. The right person won. Io Shirai, new NXT Women's Champion. I'm happy about that.
And now we have 3 Japanese female champions.
Yeah. Yeah.
The takeover is complete, y'all. Step your game up.
Now we gotta get Nakamura over the world title.
Oh, come on, man. Don't play with me like that. I saw Carl Anderson was out here reposting videos. Shout outs to, what is it, quotation marks, hot Carl.
Yeah.
The machine gun. I had not seen much of his work in the Bullet Club and stuff, like when they were actually wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker is nasty.
Oh, he was good. One of his known matches with Nakamura.
So I don't know if that was the match that they were clipping, but they were going at it, and it just looked cool.
Yeah, Nakamura.
He didn't look anything like that in WWE. Neither did Nakamura.
Yeah,
Nakamura. It's just the
Nakamura.
little things, man. It's the little things, and he's completely different.
I think, especially with the character he is, and Nakamura was such a great thing in New Japan. Like his style, he felt extremely special,
he just moves in a way. He's like so fluid with everything.
Yeah.
So yes. Oh man. Just remember, every time you see him, it's something special. Even if he's just hanging with the boy Cesaro, it's special.
Yeah. And the thing with Nakamura is like, I know a lot of the guys love him. Like a lot of the guys like really own him a lot, especially backstage. Just fucking between AJ, Carl Anderson, Gallows, all the guys in New Japan. Like he took under their wing and shit.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, if you ever hear stories of Nakamura backstage, like all of them are fucking like amazing stories. Like Carl Anderson is like, "Oh, where's your money?" Like, all I have is this. It's like, no, I got you. You get, yeah, and things like that. Like the generosity he had with other people was always great.
Okay, that's cool. That's also
so we will start our weekend in wrestling, kicking off with Monday Night Raw. We start off with the 3 ladies in with the tag champs in the ring and Asuka. And then we get the Iconics interfere, and they kind of like talk their shit, leading up to a match with the Iconics versus. It wasn't a 3-way, or was it? No, it was a regular.
No, it was a tag team match.
Yeah. Did the Iconics win, or did Charlotte?
No. Like that was like. I think the Iconics did win, right? I know the match later on had a different, because this was an interruption that turned into a match.
Okay.
So that made it kind of funky.
Yeah. That's why I'm kind of like confused, and I'm like off with Raw because I didn't really care for Raw. I'm trying to read what happened. It was a 6-1 tag. No, it was a 3-on-3 tag because
Sasha came out talking that trash.
Yeah, Asuka and Charlotte won.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they beat the Iconics and Banks and Bailey. And then they line up fighting, and then Charlotte attacked Asuka, and then line up the match later on. So we got 2 matches from Charlotte today.
Super Cena.
And then Rey Mysterio vowed to make Seth Rollins pay. When he's gonna pay, I don't know. He probably has a time limit, like June 15th. He won't pay. I still have issues with Rey Mysterio's like aggression. Like he has aggression in the beginning of the talk, and then he just goes right back into the gimmicky shit, and it's like, come on, Rey, have that passion, have that like he just took your eyeball, man. He took your eye.
I just think it's hilarious how Rey Mysterio has conveniently the perfect cover for his mask.
Right?
But you see his eye is just blacked out now.
Yeah.
And it's like he found something to put there that completely fits over that. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, if you go back to the back of the day, his old mask all had that. They all had the eye covers.
They had eye covers?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, well, wow. I mean, how can he see?
It's like a you could see it's like a mesh, so you can still see through it.
No. I'm talking about the one he has now, though. It's a solid thing. So it looks cool.
It's probably a
but
lens.
I'm like, it's funny how it perfectly fits in his mask. I'm like, that actually looks too good.
He was like
people going to do that.
Rey Mysterio has like reserved pirate Mysterio.
Yeah, exactly. One eye Rey.
When I become a pirate in WWE, I'm gonna use this mask. We had Alexa Black, Humberto Carrillo defeat Austin Theory and Murphy. I'm getting tired of them losing.
I'm getting tired of them fighting the same people.
Yeah, and that's my issue with the Raw in general. Like I felt like this Raw was something that we saw last week.
But see, I could say I would agree, but somehow SmackDown makes it compelling because we still got Nakamura and Cesaro versus the New Day, and we've seen that a lot recently, but it was still compelling.
Yeah.
So that's the fault of Raw. It's just I've already lost interest in it.
I feel like they're fighting for nothing, and that's my big problem with it.
Yeah.
Like there's no title shot later on. There's no anything.
Exactly.
They're just fighting, and it makes no sense with that.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton promises to break Edge at WWE Backlash.
This is kind of like a strong point for me because I like seeing Christian back.
Mm-hmm.
This was, I wish he could do more, but hey, he's an old man now. This is his words, not mine.
One thing I'll give these like especially with the Orton Edge is the promos. The promos are great. Like if you really like. I have issues because I know Josh, Mini with the Opinion, he hates Randy. He has hatred for Randy Orton. He was like, oh, we should, like, I'm tired of seeing Randy Orton and stuff like that. But then he goes into like, yeah, I'm happy at AJ. But AJ's older than Randy Orton, right?
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's like, it's little things. So like, I understand he could be a boring character, but he also has ways to be a good character. It's just that I understand you're tired of seeing him because a lot of people are. But I give hope with this match. I hope They fight. I love the fact that they both find it as a rib more than anything of being the greatest match ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said on the podcast, like it's fucking the biggest rib ever.
Well, that was more in reference to his joke. I don't know if you heard about that plane.
Yeah.
I love the Undertaker's advice. He played chess, and he's like, "Oh man, he thought I really bought it."
Oh man.
Now, I'm just gonna say now Randy's probably thinking in the back of his mind, shit, I should probably buy that plane.
But it was a good promos between the two. I like the whole Christian getting him riled up and things like that as well.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. If anybody's gonna do it, let your homie do it.
The decathlon between Street Profits and the Viking Raiders.
This was probably one of the best segments, but I still feel, damn it, this might be one too many.
See, my biggest issues with this is that they haven't really fought. The Viking Raiders fought and got jobbed out to Lashley.
Hey man, I'm not mad.
But it's also like come on, dude.
I know, but the more the reason you're probably feeling that is because they've failed to tell you a compelling reason, and a compelling story with these characters in reference to MVP and Lashley. It's like, why?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the whole thing that's going on now with you want my first instinct is to go with a limited talent, and you go, wait, but they don't have limited talent.
No, they just use the same people.
Shuffle different people, and it's like, there needs to be a bigger rotation, but some people do need to be doing more meaningful things.
Yeah, and these two are very talented tag teams. You should be doing more with them.
Definitely.
I enjoyed their shit. They're funny, but I also enjoyed them wrestling as well.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade defeats Angel Garza and Kevin Owens. I think that was the match for me.
It was all right.
It was alright match. I like the fact that Angel Garza and Andrade try to kill each other.
Yeah, you know what? The more fun thing during this match was that.
Yeah.
I do listen. Uh, Again, props to KO for being just a realistic wrestler. He didn't even wait. He just came down swinging. It was just trying to take him out before the bell rang. Like he was going crazy, but he was essentially doing what you should do if you're in a match with two people in the faction. It's like, well, you're gonna beat my ass, so I'm gonna try to take you out now.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what? Like, the more I think about this match, it was actually pretty.
Yeah,
it's probably like the best everything of Raw.
Really. Then you had Bobby Lashley and MVP defeat the Viking Raiders. That's what I said. They kind of got jobbed out. They did their offense on MVP, but at least this was at least they was trying to showcase Bobby Lashley and his power and things like that, and it's understandable.
Yeah, like I think they wasted the Viking Raiders, but then again, you kind of think who else is supposed to be high level tag team right now? It's like they messed up and didn't build anybody else.
Well, at least they didn't do it to the tag champs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if you can't do it to the champs, and basically the guys who are neck and neck with them, you don't want to do it to them. Like, there's no second/third place because you remember the other two guys are fighting.
Yeah.
Two random dudes who are now on a team in Aleister Black and Humberto Carrillo. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what you gonna do?
Aleister Black is always lining up with a random tag team partner.
I know. Where's Ricochet? Is he really hurt? Because you know what's funny? There was a tweet that came out like maybe 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Damn, my knees hurt. Am I getting old?" And then I haven't seen him since.
And then we got the end of the show, Charlotte Flair defeating Asuka.
Well, no, it wasn't just a defeat,
but she won
with some other shenanigans. And it was just like, I get now they're just really making it into a fucking another storyline.
Yeah.
But it's like, again? Didn't this already happen?
Yeah.
What y'all doing? And then she beat her.
Yeah.
They don't count SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying she's never been. What? That's not true at all. So you end up just, I'm not feeling this all the way around. I like the match. It was aggressive as shit.
Yeah.
Both ways. Charlotte was kicking the hell out of Asuka, and fucking Asuka was trying to rip her arm off. Like, all right. They went at it. But again, to what end?
Yeah.
You know? So,
Man, I give Raw a C.
I give it a B. I give it a B minus. I kind of like that whole Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah, that was the highlight of it. So, got a C from me.
I mean, I did like Drew McIntyre. I still like him as a character on the show. You got to talk and be very charming as he is. There was a few moments in it. The Street Profits thing with the decathlon was all right, but like, it was just too much of the same shit.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I guess we go to NXT first, and then
and the worst moment, we didn't even bring it up. Kurt Angle staring blankly into a teleprompter about this is going to be the greatest match ever. Oh man, that was awful. They stuck a stick up his back, man. He's a puppet now.
Sorry, Kurt Angle. Poor for Kurt Angle.
This is what we sacrificed you to Baron Corbin for.
NXT was a fire show. It was great. Yo, Candice LeRae, we confirmed she's alive still.
Yes.
She's alive.
She turned into Bernie.
That match was fun. The first match, the mixed tag, Gargano, Lacey, Candice LeRae versus Keith and Mia Yim. It was a fun match.
Oh my goodness, dude.
That
might be my
finish.
match of the week, dude.
That was a great finish.
That was so inventive. It was, come on, man. Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano, and Candice LeRae, man, those were. I mean, I get Mia Yim was in the match, but this the how do you have chemistry just on a level like that to be so good with men and women? The way I love how he does the look at the ref and goes, "Excuse me, somebody placed a white woman here," and
Yeah.
he just picks her up and moves. I love. Oh, there's so many little things in that.
Some things. There's a lot of cool shit. Like when Gargano like pulled her arm for her to do the DDT.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool. And I just found it fucked up that he DDT'd Keith Lee on her.
On her, yes.
I was like, God damn, you killed her.
Sacrifices for the win.
It was a really good match, a really fun match. That was fun. That was really fun. What else?
That match was more fun than Raw.
Yes, 100%. Then you had the Malcolm Beavis team. What they're called?
See, I don't know that name.
Cedius Surreer with Malcolm Beavis.
I just know his look on his face, man. He needs help.
Yep.
He looked like he want to hurt somebody.
Yeah, they destroyed 2 logos.
R.I.P.
Finn Balor defeats Cameron Grimes. I thought that was a great match as well. I think that was my match of the week of the main show.
Amazing. Oof.
Actually, no. Fucking. There's some good matches this week.
Just saying.
There's some really good matches this week. Oh, that was a really good match. Really fun match.
Amazing.
Dakota Kai defeats.
That's all I gotta say.
What?
I said don't sleep on Cameron Grimes. That's all I gotta say.
That was good. That was really good.
Even the whole part with the Regal part. Come on, man. And he was talking to the girls in the back, and then he said, I got two something right here. The girl looked at him like, all right. Again, I love the small little things that happen. It was so good, man. So good.
Dakota Kai defeats Casey Carrazzo.
Mm-hmm.
That was an okay match. It wasn't much.
I just like the character stuff with it because I know they were friends back when she was good. Dakota Kai. Yeah, that was like her new buddy.
Yeah,
and now she's just beating it down.
And Kaden Carter came in for the save and got chokeslammed by Count Gonzalez.
That was a hell of a chokeslam powerbomb, whatever it is.
Then we have Alejandro de la Fantasma revealed himself as Santos Escobar.
Nah, he's a Cuban stereotype.
Right. And then he had your boy and Raul Gonzalez. Huh?
Mendoza, and he had
yes, he's not gonna go no more.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Now he's just I guess a gang lord.
He's a level 1 thug.
A level 1 thug.
He's trying to get to level 99, man. That's it.
And what Santos is like the level 3 that you have to take
he's
off.
Level 99.
Yeah, you gotta take him out.
You don't know the meme. It's a really bad phone game commercial.
Oh, okay.
And it shows you as like a generic thug, and you're a level 1 thug, and you get to become the kingpin, and that's level 99. Level 99.
It was cool. That was cool. I like the fact that.
But what are their names? Uno and Dos. They already did that with somebody else.
Yeah. Can't do that. But they beat the shit out of Drake Maverick. Poor Drake Maverick.
Oh, you can't catch a break.
And then NXT champion Adam Cole defeats Dexter Lumis in a non-title match. It was actually really good. It was a solid match.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I just love the character moments during the match, though. But he's smiling. Did you see that? He cracked a smile. I just love it. Like, yeah, he at certain points you notice he starts smiling when he's getting beat up. I'm like, all right. Okay.
And then we get help from Velveteen Dream after the match, and Velveteen Dream comes in and helps out for the save. Adam Cole gets left in the ring, and Scarlett shows up with a clock, with a sand clock.
I just love it, man. The all black with the smoke, with the fucking black latex suit. Jesus. We need this. We need this. These are bad times. We need this.
She bought clothes in the Matrix.
Hey, we've been watching some really bad movies influenced by the Matrix. This has been the one positive thing influenced by the Matrix.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
that was good. It was really good stuff. I had issues with AEW this week. The show wasn't that special. The show I gave it a C as well because it was just a lot of nonsense, and then it ends like always ends in a brawl. I say the best part of it was Jericho on commentating because he's the funniest thing. And the funny thing is Jericho has to correct JR and Tony Schiavone on a lot of things, and you don't catch it, but I catch it. Like they had a little video clip with Darby Allin skateboarding with Tony Hawk, and none of them knew who Tony Hawk was, so Jericho had to say, "Oh, that's Tony Hawk."
Oh no, damn.
I had a lot of issues with what's his name, the dude from Private Party.
Oh yes, I know what you mean. I forget his separate name. Which is funny. I should know his name.
The dude from Private Party and Cody Rhodes, they did the main event and they fought for the TNT Championship. My issue with that match is the fact that Cody probably hit his leg 3 times throughout the whole match. He hurt himself. And throughout that whole match, he took the leg out himself.
So one of it's Cassidy and Quinn.
Yeah.
So what was that? That was Quinn?
Quinn.
Mark Quinn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
He kind of took himself out, and it kind of bothered me because it was just like, yeah, you did most of the pain on your leg is you did to yourself. You inflicted yourself, and then Cody Rhodes ends it with an ankle lock.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But the fact that you can like. I feel that you should be a pro and be able to adjust your style to accommodate to shit that's hurting you. So if my left leg is hurting, I'm not going to keep using it.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep kicking you with this broken leg. Yes. Yeah.
Or like landing on it, or doing moves to land on it, doing backflips to land on it, to doing front flips to land on it.
Switch it up, homeboy.
Yeah, I had a lot of issues with that match, so I wasn't crazy about it. I give AEW a C this week.
Okay.
Nothing else special really happens. Sammy Guevara, he's gonna fight Matt Hardy at the Fire Fest thing. Nothing really special came out of that. Jericho was talking shit to Mike Tyson still. Moxie got powerbombed, very weirdly powerbombed on a car by Brian Cage, which didn't look that great. Brian Cage is having a lot of issues lifting people, and that's crazy for how big he is. Like, he's a big guy, like very big, and he's having issues like picking people up.
Oh shit, I don't know.
There's a lot of things in there that I'm just not crazy about. The FTR had their first match, and it wasn't. I think Butcher and Blade. I think they're the reasons why the match didn't. I didn't really care for the match, but yeah, it wasn't a good match. It was alright. They did their thing. They did their little tag stuff that they usually do. But it was nothing special, and their finish looked terrible. So it was like,
wait, who did what?
They did the shatter shit on the Butcher Blade dude, the big one, and they botched it, so it didn't look good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're using the power driver as a finisher, though. Which was Arn Anderson and Tully's finisher as a tag team.
Okay, gotcha.
So
why? How come they're not? How come that's not where they're going? To line up with R.
You think so?
You know?
I don't know. Things that don't make sense, they don't make sense. Anyway, moving on. SmackDown. SmackDown was actually a fucking great show.
Yeah, that was by far my favorite show this week.
Yeah, this and NXT were like very, very close to each other. Yes, Nakamura and Cesaro defeat the New Day. Very solid match. I love the fact that the New Day did the whole kneel in the middle of the ring, like doing their stint. I like that, and having if you haven't listened to it, listen to the last New Day podcast. It's very, 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 very good podcast. Very emotional. Talk about a lot of the heavy shit that's going on now, and talk about it in their perspective. And I have a lot of respect for those guys. So I love what they did, and that match was great. And Kofi and Big E are still on top of their game, and they need new rivalries. So Nakamura and Cesaro had to win, because you know what? The Forgotten Sons are going to be off TV because one of them is a racist.
Oh boy.
No, you know what? Not. No, I won't say he's a racist. I think it's more he he's more pro cop, and a lot of things he fucking said was not the greatest. And I know him and Ricochet got back to back on Twitter, and a couple other guys got into it. So,
oh, maybe that's what happened to Ricochet. Damn.
yeah.
Oh.
And then this match was like the big chunk of the show.
Well, hold on. We can't skip out the major moment of the show. We opened up with something.
Oh yeah.
That I found out later was completely reused from something in 2005 or 2006.
Yeah.
Was Jeff Hardy taking a piss test on national television?
We didn't even see that. That was what's kicked off SmackDown.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. So the piss looked like apple juice.
Oh no! I'm just talking about the fact that so first, the audacity, Sheamus comes out and tells him he's not gonna have the match with the junkie.
Yeah.
So he says he has to agree to take the piss test. And he's like, I don't want to offend you, Renee. I have to ask you. I just love that whole part. It's like, I have to ask you.
The doctor looked like he was very excited for the pee.
And they had the black partition so Jeff could do his business while they talked outside. While Sheamus gave a PSA. See, look, there was some things that happened during this that was so stupid. It was like, oh, what are you doing? But Sheamus came. Sheamus is a character, man. That's all I gotta say. He came out as an asshole, and he got his comeuppance at the same time.
The doctor looked like extremely excited for him to pee in the cup, and that was a lot of pee.
That. Yeah, it was a lot of pee, man.
For someone that is having like PST, not performance deficit disorder, like peeing, like that's a lot of pee to fucking come out.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, yo, Jeff drank like a gallon of water before this match thing. Then,
and freaking, you have to feel bad for the guys directly behind Sheamus.
Yeah. Oh, they all got the PP.
He's like, today, I saw somebody put a tweet. The guy's like, today's my first day. I get to be on TV. Yeah, man. Welcome to WWE.
Man. Yeah, it was a fun. You know what? I will say it was a funny ass segment. Like I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
And the amount of pee in there, it was a ridiculous amount of pee in there. It was like, first of all, it looked like apple juice. It didn't even look like pee. Because honestly, if you wanted it to look like pee, you should have used like a lager or something, like a fucking pilsner, like a beer.
Oh, okay,
so it foams.
That's true.
And then it was flat. So and then it was a lot.
Jeff must have been dehydrated. You gotta drink some water, Jeff.
Yo, but it was a lot. It was a very, very yellow. I'm like, yo, yeah, that means you're dehydrated as shit.
Let's go, Jeff. Drink that water, Jeff.
But then again, like, how the fuck you pee so much if you didn't have water in you?
But it was the funny part though was obviously him splashing Sheamus.
Oh, he got the pee all over him.
And the poor security guards in the back. And the crowd started chanting something, and they had to bleep it out. I know it was a part of the show, but that was actually pretty funny. That was really funny.
It was a fun segment. I'm actually looking forward to it. They actually got me sold on this match.
But here's the thing, and shame on you, WWE. This is almost action for action, the same thing that happened with Shawn Michaels, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon.
Okay.
I think they said 2006 it was. There was a feud between, I think it was Vince and Shawn, and he made him take a piss test. I think it was like so he could have a match with somebody, right?
Yeah.
And so they get to the thing, and he says the same exact thing that Jeff says. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on. And then he throws the piss in Vince's face.
Yeah. Waka, waka, waka.
So yeah.
Another thing that came up before the match was the Bayley Sasha Banks celebration.
I love that.
That was a small segment. It was time for them to at least be on TV. Like I knew there was not planned anything for the women, so at least they gave them some time on TV.
I don't get it. It was so good.
Yeah, they
all came out just talking trash, having fun. Freaking taking selfies with Michael Cole, and then he was like, wait, what about me? And he's like, nope.
One thing I feel bad though now is that the SmackDown Women's Championship is kind of like up in the air because Bayley's the tag team now. Now they're focusing on the tag, and they can't do anything with the SmackDown Women's title.
Hey, well, she just did. She beat Charlotte.
How
much more does she need to do?
She did beat Charlotte. Yeah, that is true. And then Otis and Tucker reunite and have a little pre-match training with some steaks.
That was so everything involved. Like this whole show from top to bottom was so fun.
Tucky.
I love Mandy with the trucker girl outfit on. Yeah. It's amazing. That whole thing, the thing with Baron Corbin and that tag match they were having. That tag match was fun.
But before that tag match, we had the match that pretty much was like most of the show, which I'm glad they gave the match time, and they fucking delivered like the way we expect them to deliver. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was fucking fantastic.
There's a poll right now on the website asking if it was the best SmackDown match this year. It might damn well be. We've seen some real bangers in the past few weeks, though. I'm just saying. Don't forget.
Yeah, you had Bryan and Gulak. You had some of the Gulak and Nakamura matches.
AJ and Gulak, a lot of stuff, man.
My only thing,
tag matches, everything.
My only gripe with this match is like the fucking commercial breaks fucked it up. Like, yo. And then a lot of the commercials didn't have like the small screen, so you miss a lot of the match. And I'm trying to focus on this match, and the commercials kept. That was my only complaint about the match, because I really wanted to see this. This should have been a pay-per-view match easily.
And the package for it was amazing too.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Because you know what's funny is that there was debate about the status of. I mean, in fan communities about like why do people call it the workhorse belt, and I think it's because a lot of people weren't watching during certain time periods, so they forget who had it when.
Yeah.
So think about it this way: if you're fans of when it first started, you would know those first initial guys up to a certain point. So say you stopped mid '90s, around Mr. Perfect was like maybe the last guy, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Scott Hall had it. You wouldn't know HBK because that was before HBK had it, right? Yeah. That was a good chunk of people.
Like the IC title was always the workout. That was always that was the stepping stone for a world title.
Always been. Yeah, Randy had people forget about Randy too. He had it for a good while.
The who's who held that belt.
And then there's the unfortunate side effect of them not putting Jericho in there. But god damn it, if didn't he?
He has the most.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Has the most reigns.
So he's one off of Miz. Miz is like almost close to him.
So even that, you know what I mean? So think about it that way. With him not there, they still had enough to make an amazing package. So damn.
Because you had the who's who, Brett, you had Shawn, you had British Bulldog, you had Razor Ramon, you had Diesel, you had fucking Kofi Kingston, you have Big E, you had Nakamura, you have from the newer people, you have there's so many IC champions and so many good runs.
Didn't even McIntyre, wasn't that one of the belts he had?
McIntyre that was his first belt. Daniel Bryan made a big headlines with that belt. Fucking Zack Ryder, Sami Zayn, I was extremely happy when he got the belt finally. Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Right.
Everyone forgets about Roman Reigns had the belt too.
Right.
It is the workhorse title, and it's always been one of my favorite titles because I have like a big chunk of IC championship matches, or like some of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah, me too.
Like Brett versus Kurt Hennig, fucking Brett versus Piper. HBK versus Razor Ramon ladder match and things like that. Like there are a lot of like amazing matches for that title, it's probably one of the best looking titles.
I think that last one was actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
I mean I like the original one. The original white one. I don't the blue one I could care less.
I didn't like the oval one. The oval.
Oh, the one like when Randy and them had it.
Yeah, I didn't like that one that much.
Yeah, that was. That one reminded me too much of the European and the women's from that era just before it.
Yeah.
Like that's why it didn't look too special to me.
So I was always the old school IC title. I love that. That's the first title I bought. Like I actually own it. Like I have that IC title. That's one of my favorite belts. But yeah, I'm actually happy that AJ got the belt. I hope they make that a workhorse title and have it defended. I think they could easily do the same shit that TNT they doing with the TNT title and make sure that title always gets defended on TV. While you're not really doing much with the Universal title, so you might as well do something with the IC.
Well, yeah, that's what I would think they do, because that isn't that what the US is for?
Yeah.
To take the place of the TV, because you're not gonna have the Universal every show.
Yeah.
Or no, I forget they say switch shows. Damn it.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna have the WWE title every show.
Yeah. So
you have the US, and so yes, this makes perfect sense.
Make good rivalries. You have a handful of guys that AJ could work with, or a handful of new guys that I would love to see AJ to work with.
Where's Mustafa Ali?
Yeah, exactly. He had note to, well, I'll put this in the podcast we'll listen to when we talk. But yeah, AJ versus Daniel Bryan was probably my match of the week. It was a fantastic match.
It was goddamn sad. This is a match for the ages.
Yes.
Please watch it. Daniel Bryan versus Uncle Allen.
How he caught him with that Styles Clash was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, man. A lot of that, though. Just the way he...
Yeah.
Yo, my opinion of Daniel Bryan now is Daniel Bryan is an old crab.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the crab when the little kid plays with a crab and it just pinches him and it won't let go. And it was like a little kid that doesn't know how to get rid of a crab. It's just like, that's Daniel Bryan. Don't touch him.
It was a really good match. This was like one of the first SmackDown matches that I went back to watch. Like usually I'll watch them one and done. Like I won't go back and watch it again. This match, right after I was done, I had to rewatch it. It was such a good match, and I could skip the commercials. My only disappointment, it should have been on pay-per-view. They should have had the same amount of time on a pay-per-view, and I would have loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
I feel bad that in Backlash they don't have an IC title match. They should make one. IC title should be on the line at Backlash.
Oh, shit, don't kill Uncle Allen like that. God damn.
Kill Uncle Allen. I want to see him defend that title every day.
Jesus.
Every day, just like the 24/7 title is gonna be the IC title. I want to see R-Truth fight for the IC title.
But you can't just... Well, I mean, what are the qualifications of that belt? Do you just get a title shot? Because we don't know. There's never any...
For the IC title?
No rules like that for WWE.
For R-Truth, R-Truth has the tenure. He could go for any title. He's been there long enough. He should be able to request a title shot when he pleases.
In WWE, isn't he the actual oldest wrestling person there?
He's the longest too.
No, I mean just in age-wise wrestling on the active roster. He's like the oldest person, right?
Yeah, he's 46, 47.
I think he was 50. I think he said he was 50. Well,
he's close to 50.
I think he said he was 50, or at least going to be when he was on Lillian Garcia.
True.
He's old.
Age. They call him I forgot what they call. Or 48.
Yeah, so he's close. Okay.
Yeah, because the MVP is younger than him too.
Ah.
Yeah, he is the oldest. He's the oldest on the roster. MVP is second. Rey Mysterio's third. Bobby Lashley's fourth.
Okay.
John Cena's fifth.
Hey, how about that?
Randy Orton. Oh, AJ's the same age as John Cena.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At 43, yep.
Okay.
And then Randy Orton is going to be 40.
Really? Wow. Remember when he was the youngest champ? Damn.
Yep. All right. So and then we also had the 6-man tag and the main event with Miz Morrison and Baron Corbin.
Being a dickhead. That's all.
Yo, Baron Corbin needs a title. I will fight for him to get a main title soon.
Let's have him take it off Uncle Allen. There you go.
Nah, I think AJ should keep the title. I think he should take Strowman's title.
No, I think that makes him even more hated.
Exactly.
No, to have him take it off of AJ.
That's true.
Everybody hate that.
But,
I don't like that idea, but I like it for Baron Corbin.
I have a feeling like he's gonna lose the title at Strowman is gonna lose the title at Backlash.
Here's the thing. I don't think he's gonna actually lose, but I, in my heart of hearts, believe that's the best idea.
It'll be the second time he got screwed over.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying though, like those two have been so so entertaining this entire time.
They've been fucking hilarious. They've been
Even
gold.
this week, the stuff again, why I say that tag match was so much fun is that if you listen, you can hear them because I guess now more they, have the cameras to pick up what they say.
Yeah.
John Morrison was saying some hilarious shit to
Yeah.
Miz when Miz jumped off the apron when he went for the tag. I was like, that's fucked up.
No, it was Ziggler. Miz,
Ziggler
and Morrison. And
Miz.
Baron Corbin was talking shit to Mandy, and then Otis ran and attacked him.
Oh, yeah.
So Ziggler was in this match.
Keeping Otis looking like a beast. I'm just saying.
Very fun match, very entertaining match. Well worth the story. I've been enjoying the hell what they've been doing. So, SmackDown goes A+.
Yeah, A+ for me too, man.
NXT A+ as well.
Agreed.
And let's just hope Candice LeRae is alive.
Hopefully they don't have to put a voodoo spell on her to keep her from decomposing.
Yo, I saw the DDT, and then all I saw was her angel come out.
Johnny saw it too. He was trying to grab it back in.
Yeah. Next match. Next thing we will go. I guess we do our predictions real fast, and then we go into the podcast we listen to. So, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and we're trying to cover it within a good time period. Backlash. Let's start. Wait, I thought AJ was added. I was like, ooh, but no. They haven't mentioned anything for a kickoff match either, so you'll see.
Okay.
So first match is Apollo Crews versus Andrade for the United States Championship.
I'm sorry. How many times? I can't. Did they have a rematch already?
Yeah, but I got interfered.
Well, yeah, and he won this match.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'd have preferred if it was Angel Garza. That's all I'm saying.
I got Apollo creeping in the title.
I do, but I kind of feel he might lose.
Yeah. I hope not.
If anybody, it'd be Andrade. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I got Apollo keeping the title.
Okay. I got it.
He's doing pretty good with it. Like I would like to see him wrestle more with it. Other than that, like I think he's doing a pretty good job. Bailey and Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics for the tag team titles.
I wouldn't mind anybody who won, but I kind of want Boston Bailey to stay with it.
Stay with it.
At least for a little while longer. They're much fun right now.
My issue is her having the SmackDown title, and it's going to interfere with it.
I think there's going to be a match between Sasha and Bailey, and they're going to be tag champs fighting each other.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen.
When something happened like that. I think it was Austin and Rock. No, Austin and Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Back in the day, yeah.
All right.
I got the Iconics.
Okay. Cool.
I wouldn't mind Alexa and Nikki getting the belts back either. So I like them. So they do a good job.
Well, you know what? I will say my stipulation is whoever wins this match, they have to start going to NXT.
Oh, they're going to NXT this week.
Really?
Yep. The winners of this match fight Chauncey Blackheart and Dakota and Tegan Knox. So this Wednesday will be the champions.
Man, but I'm mad at, again, not an established tag team. I would have took somebody else.
Well, they've been tagging a lot, so it is what it is.
All right.
They need to. They have to have two tanks though. They got to come out in two tanks.
Oh, okay.
If they do that, then I consider them a tag team.
The other one a superhero, so she has to fly to the ring.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has to fly to the ring.
Or have like a little airplane.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take. I know I got the Iconics, but I wouldn't mind Alexa and Cross. I feel like the SmackDown Women's title needs to be something to focus on too, and I feel like it's not gonna get the focus it needs with them having the tag titles. Pissed on Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy.
Oh man, if you, I guess he's got to win the match, right? You can't get pee on you and you lose,
right? Like that's the most embarrassing shit. Not only did you get peed on, but you lost the match.
Oh yeah, I think Sheamus is gonna win.
I got Jeff Hardy.
All right.
I have feels like Jeff Hardy's gonna find like a fake cup of piss and scare him, and then that's how he's gonna win.
Oh man.
He's like, no, not again.
Yeah, he's gonna have flashback. Terrible. Don't do this.
Asuka versus Nia Jax for the World Women's Championship.
I hope Asuka wins.
I got Asuka retaining.
Yeah. Oh, almost 99%.
Braun Strowman versus The Miz and John Morrison for the Universal Championship handicap match.
You know who I want? I want Miz and Morrison.
I mean,
hey, ho.
I really want The Miz to be the one taking the title, but I don't care. Miz or Morrison, I think they will both be able to hold it pretty strongly.
Because then John Morrison hasn't had the...
He never won it, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have it. Do it.
Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship.
I see nothing really derailing the McIntyre train.
No, I don't see it for anything. At least to SummerSlam, at least.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good match, though.
But no, I don't think Lashley's gonna take it this time.
I think it's gonna be a hell of a match. I think you're doing a good job building Bobby Lashley as a main eventer, so you're finally actually giving him a main event match. Mm-hmm. But you're not gonna be main event though, because Edge and Orton is gonna be the main event. But anyway,
this is true.
But you're giving him that status, so he could be in that title picture more often.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I could see this also ending in like a controversial in a way that keeps Bobby Lashley in the picture.
Okay.
But not giving him a clean win.
Okay, I feel that.
Because I feel like they have more to tell with that storyline. I like where they're going with it. I know Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley could have a great match. I've seen them on Impact. They had amazing matches on Impact. So I know they could deliver on that match. Edge versus Randy Orton in the greatest match of all ever. Greatest match ever.
If now's the time for Randy to pull it out of himself, I think now's gonna be the time.
Yeah.
Come on, Randy.
The funniest thing about this is like they were talking about, it's like a big rib on them about being the biggest match, the greatest match of all time. But the funniest thing also is like I feel like the WWE only did it just because the Greatest Showman movie, they had the song for it, and they wanted to use it, and that's the reason why they did it.
Oh, well, that makes more sense than the reason they've given so far, right?
And I like the T-shirts they've been releasing. They have like the greatest matches T-shirts, so they actually have like matches, like they had like the Bret, Shawn Michaels, they have Sasha Bailey, the NXT, they have a lot of those kind of shirts. So I like those shirts. So I was like, all right, I'm all for this because of those shirts.
All right,
but yeah,
I say he's gonna win. Edge already won one, right?
I think Edge is winning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edge got to win. I want Edge to win. I don't know. I don't care. Going into the podcast we listen to, there's one that I will say definitely listen to because it's such an emotion, such a good stories, and just generally like true feelings out of these guys. And I look up, I like these guys. The New Day podcast, I was saying it earlier, is very, very, very educational, and just listen to what they had to say and just talk about everything that's going on. And the light of days of what's going on now, the police brutality and things like that. There's a conversation that I think a lot of people need to have with a lot of people and with their kids, and make them realize that these are the current events. You are living in history, and these are things that have to be changed. And they have a really good conversation. If you haven't listened to it, I recommend it. It's probably their longest show, like their longest episode.
Okay.
But it's a very, very, very like intense show. Like Big E gets really deep into it and things like that. And I respect these guys a lot, so I'm glad. They're very like strong, positive like examples of a lot of things that like you want to see, especially like everyone, because they're joking and things like that. But you know what? That's dumb outside of the WWE. You ever meet them? They're silly. They're funny. They're jokative. They're doing all that shit that is not just an act on TV. there are like genuinely nice dudes, and I was blessed to meet them a bunch of times, and they always were amazing dudes.
Good.
Yeah, that was a good one. After the bell had Randy Orton. That was a funny conversation. He said shit a lot.
Oh yeah, the title of it is like the blankest episode ever or something like that. It's pretty good. That's a really good conversation with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Get to hear him talk candidly.
Slow down.
So funny guy, but he makes a lot of points that a lot of these guys, young and current, because they're switching up their style to match the pace of today's supposed fans. But man, listen, you guys, you gotta slow down.
Yeah,
gotta slow down.
He sounds like a dude trying to get off his lawn. Slow down
before you jump the curb.
You had Greg Hamilton on WWE SmackDown on Chris Van Vliet. That was actually a really funny conversation. He talked about Shane McMahon, the best in the world shit.
Oh, really?
He was the one that had to do it all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually
good. Did he for that or something? Or?
No, he said like fucking Shane McMahon used to rib him and fucking do it for very, very long.
But he's like, he after the first time, he didn't think he was going to do it again?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not.
It was fun. Good conversation. It was on Chris Van Vliet. He also had Jordan Grace. I think I talked about last week. It was actually really good.
I heard that one this week. That was a good episode.
Corey Graves and Carmelo started our podcast. Those 2 episodes are up now.
Okay.
It's called Bear With Us.
Mm-hmm.
What else was good? Jericho talks about the Inner Circle match. If you didn't see on their Saturday special that Jericho does, it's pretty much the recording of that. It was actually pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What else? Game Marks had Matt Mania. It was an old '85 game. It was not one of the better episodes. I didn't really care for the game, but they usually have some good episodes. And then the Major Wrestling Figure podcast was actually quite good. It was fun to listen to. It's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to all the time. But they did announce Elite 76 and coming out with R-Truth, Gorgeous George, both Naomi's, Chase and Variant, Drake Maverick, Randy Orton, and a new Kofi Kingston. So I'm excited for that. I actually might get that. I might just get. There's only like 4 of them I want. I don't. You know what? My thing was to collect current guys, and I don't have a Randy Orton, so most likely I'll probably get that Randy Orton because it has the hoodie.
Oh.
And shit.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'll probably get that Randy Orton.
Does he come with a chair?
I don't know. I just saw the hands. I didn't see like the accessories and shit.
Okay.
And yeah. So that's always a great podcast to have.
Right? For that WrestleMania.
Huh?
They haven't made an Edge for that WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, have they?
No, but they have the new Edge one coming out with the Major Bros.
Oh, but that's supposed to take the place of the current Edge, like Old Man Edge.
No, they haven't made an Old Man Edge yet.
They don't have me. That's gonna.
I want to see that rugged looking Edge.
That's probably gonna be one of those Ultimate or something like that.
Yeah, the True Grit Edge.
Yeah, yo, you said that. They're gonna steal that. It's gonna be called True Grit Edge.
Yeah, I gotta start copywriting our things that we make up in this damn podcast. We need to be financially secure.
Yeah, definitely now.
Oh man, but yeah, those are the casts. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. I heard mostly the same ones.
All right, so we wrap this up. This is slightly a longer episode because there's a lot of shit going on. So, yes, please follow us on all our social medias. I'm Mark with the Mic. You follow on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitch TV, and YouTube, all Mark with the Mic. Follow our Facebook pages, the Wrestling Babble and the Red Cyclone page. We are very active on those. And watch Backlash tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere, Red Cyclone Inc. That's Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and the Facebook group as well.
Yep.
And we also have a WordPress.
Yes.
So No excuses. All Red Cyclone.
Yep. And we also have a podcast for everyone and everyone. We have a Star Wars podcast, not a Trekkie. We have a Ninja Turtles podcast, Shell Shock. We have Everything and Everything podcast in the Incas Express Rare podcast. We have the Gaming Rage podcast, Games of Rage podcast, and the Morphic cast. There's something for everybody. Definitely check all those podcasts out. We do a lot of work. We do a lot of watching of stuff, which we're going into the Express Rare podcast. Definitely check that out. We'll be live on YouTube TV. Mark with the mic.
Resident Evil Apocalypse this week.
It was actually not bad.
Yeah, still not great.
It was better than House of the Dead.
Oh. Yeah,
all right.
You're right.
Peace out, laters. And the picture I have is the Styles Clash of Brian getting Styles Clash by AJ Styles.
Awesome.
I called it it's like in the mid-air shit too. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
All right, man. Laters. Oh, follow the Jinkies.
Yes, yeah, sandwiches.